Let us continue reading this book by Wylie, Jesuitism. We are now part 2 of chapter 18. Our Father in heaven, have mercy and have compassion for your people who are under attack and assaulted by the enemy. May your spirit continue to help us resist the temptations. I pray in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. The pulpit, we may be sure, will not be overlooked. We have seen how often in the days of Elizabeth, the Jesuit face showed itself beneath a Puritan visor in the pulpits of England. Is there any reason why the Jesuit should not, in our day, don the English supplies or the Genevan gown? We may know of none. There's not a creed in all Scotland which he will not profess, nor an ordination formula which he will not swear. And consequently, there is not a pulpit of any denomination of the land which he may not enter. Thus, he will be able to plant diversities of doctrine, than which there is no sure way of disturbing the peace of congregations and raising furious wars in churches. Strifes and divisions are the weakness of Protestants and the strength of Rome. The Jesuits are famous as confessors. The reason is obvious. The confessional is a window through which to explore the secrets of families and neighborhoods. It will be diligently worked in Scotland and the whole land searched out by the quiet proving of its far-reaching antenna. These strangers will soon know better than ourselves the social and moneyed condition of our aristocratic families, the estates that may be secured on advantageous terms, the rich widows and dowried young ladies whose persons they may deposit in a convent, and their wealth in the coffers of the church. How sweet, it will be said, to have a friend to whom you can disclose your infirmities and sorrows. Yes, but the confessional is a device for emptying purses as well as relieving burdened consciences. To young barristers and medical practitioners, the fathers will hold out the bribe of a large practice, provided they join their church. They will contrive to place their friends in all manner of posts, offices, and employments, and some of them they will hoist up to the high places of their profession, that they may be able, for the good of the church, to turn the scales in favor of clients. They will plant their spies at our tables in the persons of domestic servants. The tyranny will come very close to us. It will enter our homes and seat itself at our hearths, and what is spoken there, a bird of the air, will carry and repeat elsewhere. They will disseminate their emissaries in our factories and workshops, where their business will be foment quarrels between employers and employed, and bring on trade disputes and strikes. It is even possible that they may adopt the plan to which they resorted in France. In that country, they formed themselves into a large mercantile and trading establishment, and after contracting debts to the amount of several millions, they generously offered to their creditors to discharge their obligation to them in masses. This device would accomplish the twofold end of enriching themselves and convulsing the commercial world of Britain. Their tactics will be to distract and weaken us along the whole line of our national life. Scriptural religion and earnest piety will be assailed by scoff and sneer. Its professors will be attacked by lampoons and calumnies. A laugh is better at times than an argument. A little longer, when matters shall have ripened, the same questions now in so fierce debate in Ireland will be raised in Scotland and England. We too have a land question looming in the distance. The Romanists have made up their minds that all heritages lost to them at the Reformation shall return again into their possession. The bull of Benedict XIV, part of the canon law, declares these estates to be the rightful property still of the Roman Catholics, and the bull of Pius IX, Apostolicus Sidis, excommunicates all who retain these lands or the revenues of ecclesiastical or conventional institutions. Were these bulls enforced, but few acres would be left to many a landlord, and to some none at all. But their enforcement will be attempted one day. The late Dr. David Laing, about a year before his death, showed the author a letter which he had received from a Catholic nobleman in England making inquiry touching the quondam titles of the monastic property in Scotland. This looks as if the recovery of the church lands have already been taken in hand. We have an Ireland in all our great cities, for what are the masses of Romanists located there but an Ireland on a small scale? And this will form a foothold when the time is right for agitating the restoration of these lands, when the Pope and the canon law have solemnly pronounced and be still the church. The flame of this the flames of this agitation, said the Aurora, the papal organ, recently referring to the Irish question, must one day or another break out and may extend to edifices deemed secure. We'll read the next paragraph on page 96. May God our Father continue to bless you and his only begotten divine Son, Jesus Christ, be gracious to you now and forever.